short-lived, and instead I let it go on for 5 months, and it destroyed my finances, it destroyed my mental health, it destroyed my body because my weight went incredibly up during that situation because I was depressed. So you can see where it goes. Yet if it doesn't feel right now and you just met her, it's don't continue putting energy into it to have it destroy you. That's like a self-love. Like, don't pour into cups that are going to drain your cups. And if you're just starting, then it's not a good sign. But that's personal. I have a million relationship experiences and stories. I'm a Libra. We have dating stories with every astrological sign under the sun. So I can tell you a lot of pitfalls. I can tell you a lot of like positive signs. I can tell you, I have a lot of experiences. So, and we're all trial and error creatures. I have a very hard head, which makes for a soft ass because, you know, you're going to get spanked by the universe a lot of times when you don't listen until you do listen. All right, Knight of Wands. This is utilizing your passions to charge forward. Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We are in motion, charging ahead. Shoot for the sun. Are you still in there, my love? Did I answer the questions? Awesome. Yes. If you would like to answer a question, my love, please do. Okay. Thank you for your donation. I love that immensely. I'm going to go get some yummy food when I get off of live. Please ask your question, and I would love to answer freely for you because it's, you know, energetic exchange. That's how that always goes. So. Okay. Will either man commit to you, Andrew or Patrick? I'm going to find something really quick because I'm going to grab the God rods also. But I'm also going to pull some cards on that, my love. I want to, because God, like the rods also give like good yes or no. So we'll start with the cards to pare down and then we'll go to the rods once I can find them now. Okay. V, what I want you to do is take a big breath in. We're going to do this, and any message does have a collective. Like if you're here, there's messages for you as well, even if it's not your question. So let's all take a collective big breath in and blow it out. We are releasing the information so that we can bring in anything for our highest good. Everything that we are receiving is for our highest good, for us and for humanity. I am worthy of living my best life. Okay. All right, my love. Let's answer some questions. So, V, what you're going to have to do, I'm going to throw out some, if there's any signs in here, you're going to have to put those to those romantic partners, okay? So, I don't know, like, when I call out, like, if they're Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that might be Patrick or that might be Andrew. So, I always do love to say that because it's all kind of fluid, so it all gets kind of muddled. So, let's see what we have for information for V with Patrick and Andrew. What is the energetics around Patrick and Andrew? Okay. Hold on. Yes. Shoot for this one. Say. Oh. I would think like V for Vendetta, Vivian, Vivacious. Where is My former mother-in-law was Vivian, so every time I hear all that. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm not meaning to. That was not. It's the challenge with online is it feels so impersonal. Because when I'm saying someone's name and I'm like, and I know maybe that's the whole point, and yet at the same time, it's that whole like, we all lost our human connection. I don't know, we all started hiding behind screens and masks, and it just, I don't know. That's actually, we all lost our humanity, and that's why we're in such big problems now. When we're in relationships, we're forgetting that they're human as well, and that we're human, and treating everyone with love and compassion, because, yeah, the world needs more love. All right. So, the information, excuse me, appeared on me. Okay, so we have King of Swords. So this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or it could be a masculine energy. You could be a feminine, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And it's that very, like, I know what I want, decisive, there's no room for error, calculated. When you think King of Swords, this is laser focus. Okay, we're going to get there. It can be in their big three. It can be in their placements, because it's not just always like our sun sign. That being said, though, this is, and this could be you, it's an energetic. So it's also that energy of like sitting in that power, that authority, being decisive, knowing exactly what you want. Because King of Swords, we think eagle eye. So we're looking at it. It doesn't, like I say, it doesn't have to necessarily be their sign. And it can mean that you or them are being very decisive. You may have a King of Swords coming in as well. So 8 of Swords, this is releasing. So yes. Because 8 of Swords, that's releasing yourself from mental imprisonment. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I have to be decisive. I have to be, so you, my love, have to be the King of Swords in your life and say, you know what? I'm no longer sitting in prisons waiting for so-and-so to call me. Or, why am I waiting for 2 men that can't seem to call me? Like, if you have 2 that are interested in you, but neither of them are calling you, shit, take you out. Go find you who's supposed to be with you if the men are not moving. So 8 of Swords is releasing yourself, that's you, from mental imprisonment. Get very laser focused about what you want and what you don't know, like what you don't want. Lessons and blessings. Like, lessons are blessings in disguise, because then you say, I never want that ever again. So King of Swords is very cutting. He's very, sorry, I pulled up 8 of Swords right there, but so King of Swords is very cutting, very decisive. He knows what he wants. He rules from his throne because he uses swift action to cut anything off that's robbing from him. So that's you sitting in your empowerment. You're saying, you know what? You're not putting in my cup what I need. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to fill my cup. So that's you being decisive and saying, you know what? I've got to make the best decisions for my life, for my love. And it has to be your mental decisions. So what I love, though, also, because we have some 6 in here. So 6 is man, this is past, this is relationships, this is family. So 6 is very much about you've done work and you're progressing forward, but this is the point where you sit back and you reflect. So the 2 6 cards that came out, it was 6 of Swords, and 6 of Swords is always about moving away to safety. You are being moved away from that past junk as if by the divine. And that divine could be you just saying, you know what, I'm not answering the phone today. I'm queen enough or I'm king enough to know that I don't have to answer the phone today. That's how you move yourself away to safety. You move yourself away to safety. You know, like, so you're going to, any of those past behaviors. So if that past person, like if there's a person and it's triggering past childhood behaviors, don't keep fulfilling that, because you'll start making yourself feel sick. You'll start having nausea. You'll start, So the biggest thing when my life fell apart and I was like, I poured into me. When there were too many questions about men and their loyalties and what they wanted, I was like, I'm going to get my bag. Because even if homeboy can't figure out what my address is, I'm going to have my bags packed to go on vacation. I'm sorry he couldn't figure out how to get over here. Like, I've been ready. So, yes. So into you. Get so incredibly focused about what you want from the past. And what I mean from the past is like, what attributes did you see from the past that you're like, yes, I want more of that? Or what attributes from the past do you say, you know what, I can't buy into this any longer? So that's when we're saying we're moving away from the past, but you need to take those lessons with you to move freely and safely away. So I'm going to pop into this a little bit more. 6 of Wands, you're going to have victory. That past junk that held you back, those family, friends, careers, addictions, patterns, people pleasing, you aren't going to do anymore. You have victory over that. So 6, I love that, because the other cards that came out with this were Page of Cups. And Page of Cups is like you're taking care, you're nurturing your emotions. And you're nurturing your childhood emotions too. You're going back and you're pouring into those cups. So where that Page of Cups, well, hold on. Because divine timing is different than demon time. Let's think about that. Demon time is like, it has to be done right now because they're on a deadline. So divine time is like, both these boys are going to phase out, and then who you're actually meant to will like step right in behind. You'll be like, oh, you just had to wait for them to get done doing what they were doing. Page of Cups. So this is where that clue could be. Either you, them. So whoever has placements in water. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements. This could be your indicator to who is coming in, all of this is about. That's where you may get that. So Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Again, it's now you have a cup. You're filling that cup. You're starting to put the good things in it. So again, that could be them. That could be you. So if there is someone that does have water placements, that may be the indicator there. So again, after 6 of Swords, moving away to safety, using your mental clarity to move away. And again, Page of Wands. So this could be fire sign. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So 6 of Wands, you're gonna have victory. So just be willing to keep putting in the work. Again, Page of Cups. This could be you. This could be them. It could be the indicator of either who you need to cut out, and only you're going to know who you're going to cut out. And like I say, I can grab those wands. Or who you're meant to move forward with. And only you can decide that. That's not anything that anyone else can decide. This is the beauty of it. 9 of Cups. Once you get past all of that heartbreak, all of that mental pain, and you wade through it, 9 of Cups, you're getting your wish fulfillment. That's like, my cups runneth over. 9 is completion. So after walking through all of this and deciding what you want and who you want, you're going to have that emotional cup and stability, because if they're meant to be with you, they will rise to keep going with you. Hi, Mars. So don't accept anything less. If your intentions are to create a healthy, stable life for you and for your children and for your career, or if you don't have children, but for you and your career, make sure that the partners that you're bringing in are supporting and supportive of that mission and goal. If you're having to give less of yourself to the things that you love because of that partner, that's not the person that's for you, because you're growing and they should be going with you. All right? It's coming though. You have that wish fulfillment, that stability, that abundance. You have to do the deep, dark, inner shadow work. All right. Does that assist? Shoot for the sun. Hopefully that answered. Ace of Cups, though. So on the bottom there's an Ace of Cups. That's all love. You are getting a cup of love. And Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So you got heavy Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio out there. The challenge with the water signs, though, they're very they're known for their emotions, but when they're in an unhealed version, they're known for being emotionless. So those are the signs that, yes, they're known for being deeply emotional, but they're also known for being really hurt and petty when they're emotional. So it's having that grace and also understanding that they are human. Yeah. All right. I am Lara Joe, SirenSong lover. Should you wish to book a reading, you can email me at sirensonglover@yahoo.com. We do private readings. This is general collective readings. I love doing either and or. You can always sew into my ministry at Cash App at SirenSonglover. Our Cash App is Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. Thank you so much, Shoot for the Sun, for allowing me to do a read for you. And my gal or guy that was in here earlier that allowed me to do collective energy, love that too. If you have any questions, you just want to chat, that's always appreciated. You want to talk about spiritual stuff, we're always here for that. We are always learning, growing, and expanding. Yeah. All right. Ace of Swords. So I'm just pulling collective energy out from here. So Ace of Swords is using your discernment to cut through. Ace of Swords, this is like the logical decisions coming forth to bring clarity. The Star is Aquarius energy. You are standing in your power. You are shedding light on the things that you need to be shedding light on. An Aquarius star energy is very humanitarian. It's very everyone gets to eat. And I love to say this too, is that I want to see you eat, just not at my table. When people part ways with me, it doesn't have to be a hard way. It's just, I just don't want to anymore. So the Star is knowing that everyone needs to eat. Everybody needs to get on the table. Like their food on the table, but they can eat over there. 5 of Wands, there's been fighting, conflict, chaos all around you, and it needs to change. 5 is all about change. We need to be changing in the right direction. Shoot for the Sun. Are you still in my love? And would you like me to ask the yes or no question with the rods? Let's actually do that since I did talk about it before we, or are you still in here, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't resonate for everyone. So if it fits, it fits. If it does not apply, let it fly. Yeah. It's not meant for you then. You didn't give permission. It's not meant for you. So don't hang on to it. Let it go. If you're here, you're consenting. If you don't want to be here, you wouldn't be here. All right. Well, I'm going to pull from the animal. Because I'm talented, of course, because it's not meant for you. Someone else will find joy and pleasure in the message that they need that. So we all learn from each other. I don't know more than you. I walk both paths. I walk the left and the light. Like I walk the left and the right. I am that bridge between the middle. That's actually where you probably actually need to go more, is not necessarily left-hand path. That's probably how you were trained and what you know. You probably actually, in order to transcend more, to actually get off of Earth, stop reincarnating, you're going to have to be able to incorporate, like, it's like if your natural path is to walk the left-hand path, then your job in this lifetime is to train yourself or find someone to train you to learn it. That's how I'm self-taught. I wasn't taught any path. I've learned it all on my own. So, and anytime I've actually asked for mentors and help, I've gotten pushed down further. So, when I sent out the call that I need a hero, apparently I was the only one to step up and understand that I was the hero. And, yeah, we have to save ourselves. So you, my friend, have to save yourself. You'll learn. But if you want to get off of Earth and stop reincarnating, you have to, like, basically out-train your brain to not divert back to nature. Instead of being chaos on the left side, you have to, like, to be able to incorporate the right side. So, and like how because I used to be so scared about the dark, like walking in the dark, yet seeds grow in the dark. They don't grow in the light. It doesn't burst forth through to the light until the very end. So everyone that's so scared of their shadow and the dark, and they're not getting out of here until they can sit in the dark by themselves. So all of these people over here proclaiming like the light, like love and light, and Jesus is the way. No, you have to be able to integrate both. So to be like, oh, I'm all good. No, I'm not all good. I've got a dark side, but I also don't bring my dark side out to play unless it's truly warranted. So part of getting out of here is being able to say, okay, because Anubis talks about the scales, right? He balances your heart against a feather. And people are saying, there's no way I can compare against a feather. No, it's when you were given the opportunity to do good or bad based on the circumstances, which did you choose? Like if you were given a situation where it's like, it wasn't a good situation, but you chose the best option, like you chose the one centered in love, even though it was a bad situation, that's taken into account. So how do we start integrating our shadow into healing so that we stop perpetuating our hurt and our family's hurt and our friends' hurt and society's hurt? So can we talk about ethics and all of that jazz right now? Because I have people, they're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to hex. I'm like, no. Because I had somebody that wanted me to hex someone. And I was like, I don't hex people because that comes back on me. I have no idea. Oh, Sarah. I think it's Sarah. So I get in hot water because like I've done hoodoo, like I've dabbled in hoodoo as well. My children are mixed. So it's like I've started being aware of hoodoo when my family's elders were putting roots on us. So for me, like I came to respect and love and understand hoodoo more because A, I've had past lives in it. B, my children, no, it's whatever. Well, kind of. I have a friend who's a practitioner. And I also, like I say, she had taught me things, protection principles. Unknowingly, she taught me. Well, because it's a charged situation. And I live in the South, so a lot of people don't like it. But I had to come along the knowledge of hoodoo. A, like I say, because it's past lives. It's been calling me. But then B, it's... My kids, though, give me such a hard time about it. My kids give me a hard time. But like I say, I started picking up hoodoo so that I could protect them and myself. Because I was having roots and I was having hoodoo and voodoo and all of that put on me by his family. So when I started dabbling in hoodoo, it wasn't because I was trying to appropriate. It was like I was trying to learn how to protect my daughters from the magic that was being sent by their elders. Yeah. Yeah. I get a lot of slack for it. Like when I talk to others about root work, because I love talking about having to help them with root work as much as I can from my side, right? From being the white girl side of it. Like I try helping anybody with roots that they may be able to understand how to absolve that. And it's not even, for me, it's like the energetic principle. Like how it doesn't matter if I'm white, black, brown, how am I cleaning out my garden? Like for me, it was gardening, removing the roots, the weeds from the garden. How am I removing those things that's binding me, choking up my growth? It's taking the sunshine. It's all my nutrients. So for me, when my friend had taught me about root work, I was using that because then also because she is a gardener. So when teaching it was like, because then 6 months later I got to have product from the garden after doing my own version of cleaning out the roots in my garden. It was a beautiful lesson in how you have to remove that. It doesn't, like I say, it doesn't matter. We all need to be coming together to teach each other principles. Like there's African medicine and magic that everyone would benefit from. So, and wisdom and principles and knowledge, just like my friend who's in hoodoo she needs certain magic that I provide that she can't get from her side. So we all need to start looking at is how can we help each other learn, grow, evolve, protect. Like for me, again, it was like, how am I protecting my kids? Because I'm big on, I don't care if you fuck with me, but you fuck with my kids and we're going to have a problem. So I had people coming, not just for me. Like I say, I don't care. Like when my family came for me, I don't care if you come for me, but if you hurt my kids, I'll help them look for you. I'm very protective. And unfortunately, I've had to give up any source in being able to protect my kids. So it's very frustrating. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm mama bear. Like I'm very much like eternal mother, like earth mother. And that's, again, a designation I've been given by others is that eternal mother, like divine mother. So I'm very protective. Oh, hey. Oh, my love. Glad you're in. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, so mouse, we've got mouse energy. How are you squeaking by today or hiding in the corners? Tiger. Are you, yeah, we're all camouflage today. It's camouflage. And it's protecting, so Mars, this is going to be a beautiful, it's protecting our black egg, our cosmic egg, our shadow, all of this. I'm not reading you. I'm just saying that was a beautiful, because we were just talking about like the similarity of being in the, like being kind of in that void and protecting your shadow and knowing that shadow integration is a part of light integration. So that's where that was popping. I was showing that as like the synchronicity, because it's in here. How are we camouflaging? How are we hiding in to protect our shadow? Yeah. So that cosmic egg, that's like our black egg. It's our spirit baby. So we hide right in plain sight so that we can protect the things that we love the most. No. Psychology and sociology, I've done a fair amount of education in it. I've also done it just living in the real world. I've worked with a lot of different people, a lot of different places, a lot of different clientele. Yeah, I've I've done a lot of college. I've done a fair amount of college, but I've also done a lot of real life clinical experience. At Vulture, how are we using opportunities to glean what we want and need? Okay, tiger popped right back out there. So again, camouflaging. Frog, metamorphosis. And shark. Being very, so this goes back to that King of Swords, shark being very ruthless, cutting, cunning, knowing exactly what you want. I love that the themes weave throughout the reading. So, Mordecai, are you still in here, my love? Am I talking to your handsome boy? Love it. Okay. Whew. All right. So, I shared a dream that I'm just going to share that for a moment. I shared a dream with someone that I had years ago, and I was afraid to tell her. The thing is I don't know who Alfred Adler is. I shared a dream with someone that I had from a few years ago. I didn't want to share it because it was uncomfortable and it had to deal with family situations. And she just responded that my dream was right on. I'm like, damn, I wish I had shared it years ago, but today's the day. Today being my birthday. Let's just open all those channels for messages to pop because I've been holding them in for years. All right. See, I check my... No. No method acting. Camel, we are going through the desert. We're using our reserves. Just keep going. Camels are beautiful. I love how animals and we all adapt to our environments to be able to thrive and survive. Golden egg. So golden egg. We are creating our life's adventure. Be brave. Be bold. All right, let's... Oh, let's see. Oh, that I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've had to read for education other than what was related to my work. I worked in the medical field. Well, I've worked in a lot of different fields, but I worked in the medical field, so a lot of my most recent education that I'd be able to quote would be more from radiology or breast imaging than literature or acting, sadly. All right, I don't know where my cards are. Let's do this. I'm going to clear out just What did you do, Cosmic 42 in the hospital? Oh, Mars, there's all kinds of lovely stories. Anyone that works in the hospital, if they worked nights and had to go to the cafeteria, they probably had to pass by the morgue. There's tons of spooky stories that can be told about hospitals. One of the hospitals I worked at was, oh my gosh. It was very haunted. Yeah. One hospital I worked at, I did work nights, and the cafeteria was right by the morgue, so you had to pass by the morgue to get to the cafeteria at 2 a.m. It was terrifying. And people are crazy at night in the hospitals. Yeah. All of our bodies are haunted. We are able to cast that out, my love. You are a sovereign being. Okay, okay. Were you a nurse, my love? So cast them out. Neonatology is, I remember, okay, so I was an x-ray tech, and when I did, my rotations, one of the hospitals was at a ICU hospital, and those babies, like, they were smaller than your hand, and they had so many wires coming out of them, and their little bodies were so fragile. It's just, you definitely see a different side of life and experience when you work around neonate babies. Yeah, like they're like the size of a post stamp. It's something. Yeah. Those are the babies. They're so mighty. Mighty but strong. Alright. Just doing a little bit of clearing in there. Let's see. I know I was in the cat tarot earlier. I'm going to pull up in the crow tarot. Or I was in the crow tarot earlier. I'm going to pull up in the cat tarot. How do you think, Mary? Let's see. How's everybody doing today? Where's everybody from? Hope you're staying safe. We're about to have some port strikes going on the United States, which is terrifying because that's what controls our food, so. Anywho. And then I might be losing my mind. So we have Japan. What time is it in Japan right now? Oh, as far as the port strikes, if their demands aren't met by midnight tonight, they're having. Oh, why do you think I'm losing my marbles? Because I'm super stressed out and money is tight and yeah. And I went from being a completely different person to today. So who I am today, I couldn't imagine being this woman. Like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have seen this path. Well, okay. There's probably a storm coming for us too. I'm probably gonna go out and get something delicious to eat, so yeah. Even something small. I love that. Thank you so much for the love. I love getting love. More, okay, so I have insider knowledge that Mordecai is very cute. King of Pentacles. All up in there. I'm not being... Okay, so here's the thing. I have plenty of people I can date, and if I showed you some of the people I've dated, you'd be like, damn. I know, sexy. It's the cat. It's really the cat. No. I'm not sharing. No. No, no, because I don't. I know. Some of these boys are spicy, like, not nice, though, so. Well, okay, so he got, any man that likes cats, that's like an instant like vibe for me. Yeah. Are you so sure though, Mars? I can. Oh, I don't share. And I never share. And here's the thing, if I think I'm sharing a man, I instantly go cold. So I don't share. Ace of Cups, love offers coming in. Our cups floweth over. Ace of Wands, passionate offers. Love it. And the Fool, being willing to go out on new adventures. So, Mordecai, I didn't mean to call you out, my love. I just, I shouldn't. I don't know. You didn't think that would happen, did you? Oh, of course he's lurking. All the men lurk. All the men lurk. Okay, Mars, you weren't in here. My ex-husband was lurking on my socials today. And my brother. So they've been told multiple times not to be anywhere near me, but I have all kinds of people lurking. I'm like, bro, but they won't stop. And they deny that they do it, yet they leave their fingerprints everywhere. I'm like, bitch, if you want to like me so bad, like, knock on my door. Bring me my fucking flowers. Because, like, if you're gonna watch me that hard, you're gonna fall in love, but you're gonna get mad when someone else takes me out to dinner because you stood in place too long. I don't know. That was the world. We're closing out those chapters. He got mad because I knocked on the door or knocked on the wall. I love him. What nice family. Oh. Yeah, no. No, it wasn't me knocking on the wall, but I live on plantation land. Of course it's ghosts. I've got lots of activity and I have lots of release. The moon, there's secrecy all around, veiling. Everybody, the veil is thinning, the illusions are coming off. We have Six of Cups, how we're reviewing our past to be able to do, like, how are we reviewing our past to be able to bring in the best? And King of Pentacles. Mordecai, I really feel like you are the King of Pentacles, my love. Like, you're just sitting pretty, listening to me. I didn't choose this land. This land chose me. Like, and yeah, so the night that I'm going to talk about that for actually 1 second. The night that I moved into this house and I was by myself and I was hanging up curtains at 3 a.m. One of the rooms, I'm like, there have been serial killers that have lived in this house. And a lot of stuff has happened on this land. But when like I say, the first night that I moved in, I was in that room and I was like, there is not good things in this house, but I've been clearing it since then. Out of all the houses, and I looked at a lot of houses to find this house, this was the only house that actually felt energetically good. Like, there were some houses that we walked in, like, one of the houses I walked in and there were fingerprints all in the closet. And it was like, energetically, I knew that was like, there's been torture in this house. So, being energetically sensitive and house hunting is, fuck. Especially here in the South, was like some of those houses you walk in and you're like, ugh. And Mars, I've actually had someone come in and open channel spirits in my house before. And nobody knew. And that's fine. Yeah. It doesn't bother me until it gets invasive. Once we get invasive, then we stop. Because we don't go for low vibrational. Yeah. I have enough invasive things in my life. Like I say, I did have my friend's daughter who she has, she's got like the mental age of like 5. But she came in and my friend didn't know, but she started open channeling one of the spirits in the house. And it sounded like dialogue to like my ex-husband. And she was like ranting about her grandson. And it was like, oh shit. So I know that the house is active and that there's stuff on it all over the place. But it is weird when people channel into the land and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. When I tell people that there's a lot of activity on this land, they don't believe me. I'm sure you can attest to that. And you're not just clairvoyant, you're so much larger than that, Mars. So don't say I am just. Say I am this and all more. All right. Well, let's go there. And then... I'm going to pull the Lover's Oracle, and then I'm probably going to get out pretty soon. I gather. That's probably also why we're on the same connection. Like on the same... Yeah. It's... Yeah. Yeah. It's also why when I'm doing energy clearing, Mars, it's not just for me and the house, it's for my daughters who are mixed and for you and for your ancestors. And so when I'm energy clearing and taking souls and like helping release them, that's not just me. That's everyone. I'm not just in it for me, I'm in it to help everyone. So it's something. All right. Like when I talk about Yemaya, that's love. That's how do we honor the beautiful energy of Yemaya. Yeah, I probably said that totally wrong, but okay. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Hey, Mordecai. Hey. Because it's all about love, man. Always about love. Even if it's self-love. Come on, Mordecai. I'm a woman of love. Always have been. I'm Venus dominated. So it's always going to be about love and luxury and royalty. Yeah. I am the woman you want to fall in love with because it's always going to be about love. I'm also the woman that infuriates people. Yeah. I mean, I infuriate men so much that they watch me years after I told them to leave me the fuck alone, so. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Mordecai, that is just for you, my friend. Ready? Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So take all the thoughts of war and pain and heartache and sadness and fill it with happiness. Trauma dump it in a journal, and then imagine what life would be like if everything was perfect. He'd actually have to physically be here to give love blessings. As long as I'm a queen in the sheets and a freak in the... No, a queen in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Okay, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Mordecai, you would have to submit an application for the job if you actually wanted to date me. I am taking applications. There's a line forming. It seems that I'm coming out of retirement for relationships, I think. That's what that actually sounds like, and it may just be me needing to do more self-love, but it does sound like I'm going to be opening the books for dating again soon, so... May the odds ever be in your favor. We'll just say I look beautiful tonight because of the candlelights. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm here, man. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's like 5:30 here. The day's still young. I'll be up till late. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you and your relationship will magically transform. No. Not for me. No. Yeah, I don't ever perpetuate. That's not... I don't, though. Never have. Of course, you may be picking up on someone that's trying to cloak in my energy, because I do have a lot of people who are on drugs that are trying to mimic my energy. So if you're getting those sensations, it may be, like I say, I have a lot of people that do drugs in my energy trying to siphon my energy. Yeah, no, I'm not planning on starting ever. I've had a lot of partners that have been into drugs, and that's never been my style. It grosses me out. It pisses me off. As it was, I chose sobriety the day that my divorce became final. I chose sobriety from alcohol, and that's been a huge battle, and I've gotten a lot of hard time about it. It's been challenging dating because I don't I don't date people that drink. The hardest I smoke weed, and that's it, and that's medicinal. Giving up drinking was a very challenging thing. I started drinking, and I've talked about this, my mother used to use drinking to control us. And it was so normalized in our family and weed so demonized that, it was normal to drink. Like, my dad drank every day of his life up until the day he died, and I talk about how, like, my ex-husband would have to make drinks to go to school functions. Like, I would have to drive to school functions because he was never home, but when he was home, he wanted to drink. And we would be driving to school functions, and I would have to, like, drive because he would be drinking. And yeah. It really sucks when you give up your addictions and you give up the people that you love. And at the same time, you realize, like, shit, you have so much more time when you stop drinking. Like, and money and freedom from people that are, like, okay, wow. That was the Let It Go section there just for you, Mordecai. Some people in my life like to be like, oh, you think you're all high and mighty because you gave up drinking. No, man, I just realized what the cost of it was to my family and I, and it wasn't worth it anymore. So, yeah. And why would I want to hang out with people? I did wake up. And that wake up, man, it was rough. It was incredibly fucking rough. But when I woke up, I was incredibly sick. I was incredibly medicated. I was incredibly overweight. I was, and I went from a ton of coping and a ton of, like, medication to weed. That's it. Weed and tea. Like, iced tea, not. So, being that I used to drink, I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to smoke, and what else? So it's, yeah. Being woke, though, is incredibly painful, especially around people that